Oh. The final cross-examination. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Chronos Plays Phoenix Wright Tool Destinies. Maybe I should have kept playing a little bit last time. I don't know. I kind of felt like there was still a lot to go through, but apparently this is the final cross-examination. Main point, Juniper is the killer. I am innocent. Professor Means work of art. Now paying attention. Robin took over half a day to complete one statue. I, however, finished most of the other statues between 7 and 8:30 p.m. The defendant Juniper saw the two statues with her own eyes at 8:30 p.m. Completing a statue so quickly meant I could not leave the stage for a single second. How could I have possibly had the time to go to the art room and commit murder? You're saying the defendant saw the statues firsthand? Precisely. She said herself at the detention center yesterday. Her defense team was there and heard her say so too. Don't try to deny it. That evening I went back to the dressing room to get something I'd forgotten. It was well after the last bell rang. I'd say maybe around 8:30. That's when I noticed the both statues were finished. They're quite large and in charge. Okay. I actually don't remember this conversation. Oh, right. The professor was there when that matter came up. Before I address the professor's charges, I have a question for Robin. How hard would it be to complete a statue like that in 1.5 hours? It would probably take me at least twice as long. So personally, I think it would be incredibly difficult to finish that in a short time. Gah. That didn't exactly help our case. But he won't get off that easy. He's bound to stumble over his own slippery means. Alrighty. So is your hair clay? Or just extremely, like, greasy? That's why it's able to stay up like that when you move it up? Ms. Newman took over half a day. Can you please be a little more precise than that? What a wonderful question. She was having quite a tough time, you see. Prosecutor Gavin's statue alone took her from the morning hours to the evening. Well, it is a rather large statue after all. Don't be silly. It merely exposes the difference between student and teacher. Are you an art major too? Like... Hold it! I mean, I guess you are a statue yourself. So maybe that's why you could do it fast. Most of the other statue? What exactly does that mean? Robin created the basic outline of Mr. Wright's statue before the last bell rang. I, in turn, completed the rest of it. I see. In academics as well as art, learning the basics is incredibly important. In short, you skipped the most important part of statue making, didn't you? Why, you insolent little... It is the practical application built upon the basic that takes so much time. Professors such as I mastered the basics a long, long time ago. Unlike Miss Fancy Pants here, who lacks all lawyerly fundamentals. Oh, quiet you, dick. Now do you understand? I did not leave that stage until I was done. Do you accept the witness's claim? Not on my life, Buster! No, I don't. I know there's more to this, and I won't stop until the truth comes out. The more you struggle, the more you sink, like so much legal quicksand, so to speak. I use the world's ultimate technique to complete the statue at 8:30 p.m. What's the world's ultimate technique? The shadow clone jutsu? Hold it! Maybe your client only thought she saw the statues. Silence. A pity for you, but we have already confirmed it with the accused. She's on record having seen both statues. Yeah, that's true. Just thought I'd give it a shot. Gah! Everyone fails except me. I have the ultimate courtroom technique. It's absolutely airtight. I will bury you. This will be your final resting place, along with all you believed in. All who believed in you. Okay, now that's darker. Is there any way to get to this guy? Maybe with a bat? You pay attention. Pay very close attention. Okay. I'm assuming we're gonna have to say yes to that other one. Because... I don't know. Could he have done it in reverse? No, because there's bloodstains on in the art room, right? What do you mean by reverse, Chronos? Like, he stabbed her on the stage, used the banner to bring her up to the courtroom, then let her lay there to bleed out a little bit, and then brought her back down to the stage the next day? Maybe, but how would the blood get on the pottery? Well, I could probably fake that by just taking some blood and throwing it on the pottery. Why are you in such a hurry? Nobody may speak but me. In the legal world, your body is your capital. The early bird gets the worms. Now you see, I eat worms. That's why I get to bed at 9 p.m. each and every night. Oof, that's early. That's why I was working so fast as I could. I didn't want to miss my bedtime. Well, ready to concede that I never left the stage? Not on your life, Buster. No, I don't. I know there's more to this, and I won't stop until the truth comes out. I'd be careful, Athena. If you don't have anything, it's probably best to just grin and bear it for now until you find something to nail him with. But, when will you cease this nonsense? I'm quite busy today, as I was the night of the crime. The last one, and then I guess we're gonna have to say yes.
Hold it!
Yeah, but you could have taken a short break or something. Preposterous! I didn't even have 10 minutes to spare. Not even 5 for a visit to the laboratory. I wear adult diapers. Let me ask you, Your Honor, do you find anything wrong with my claim? So far, it appears your statue making was quite a difficult chore, and I see nothing that could overturn your claim that you never left the stage. But the art room is the only few steps away. What's the plan? All I can think is pressing him like crazy. That's all I can think of too. We'll just have to seek a hole and exploit it. So here, I think was an option. But I don't know. I guess we have to concede. I don't know of anything else to do. I mean, we haven't talked about the blood on this, right? Even when we were talking about the banner earlier, this has to come into play. Is what I was saying right earlier, that he did it in reverse, killed her on the stage, brought her up to the art room, let her bleed out there, and then brought her back down? There would be much more blood than that, though, right? From an initial stab wound? And there would be excess blood on the stage, too, I would imagine. Okay. Well, it's not like it's a problem, but I'll save here anyways. And then we'll just concede for now.
Silence.
Because I'm assuming it's going to come into play there. Oh, what? Was it not on the third one? Or is it like a certain amount of presses that you need to do? Oh yeah, I accept it. I've tried everything, but I still can't prove anything. I guess I concede.
I couldn't hear you. Say it louder this time.
I concede that Professor Means never left the stage.
That's right. But what took you so long? I was there at the stage the entire time. I couldn't possibly have committed that crime.
I'm not gonna give up.
I'm afraid I have to side with the witness, Miss Cykes. And unless you have further objection, I'll have to put this issue to rest.
Objection!
Yeah, objection. Fuck you, Honor. Not yet. The defense still has an objection.
Athena, you've thought of something.
No. Well, as I said, not yet.
Oh, God. So it's time for some legal smoke and mirrors.
Not yet, Athena. It's not yet time to quit. At times like these, it's when it seems like there's no way out, that you have to... Wait, what? Oh, turn the case upside down. It's time to like... It's at times like these when it seems like there's no way that you have to, yes, turn the case upside down, right? Instead of focusing on whether Professor Means could have gone to the art room, I should focus on how he could commit crime without going there.
It seems our young lady has a real bona fide idea. But I'll use any means necessary, like spotting chalk out of the back of my head.
What was that? I'll even use even casting stones, if it will distract her. Oh.
Ah, who brought the bird to school? Cykes, Dono. If I hear one word of your usual jibber-jabber, I shall have your head. The murder occurred in the art room, yet the witness was on stage. How do you propose to fill the vast gap between the two key facts?
I accept the premise that the professor was on stage at the time of the entire time. The only other answers that we get is that we got something else wrong. Wait, that's it! Every last one of us made a huge mistake. We were totally wrong about...
The murder weapon? Oh, was it actually the arrow? The murder weapon?
What if we get the murder weapon wrong?
Really now? And what do you intend to label the murder weapon? What do you intend to label the murder weapon then?
Huh. Oh.
Perhaps you bludgeoned the victim to death with your duller than dull thinking. I'll give you a choice this time. Either change your thinking or suffer a penalty.
But I know we get something wrong, so I guess I'll have the penalty.
Oh, okay. So it's the crime scene. So was it what I was thinking then? I thought for a second maybe it was the arrow. Maybe he shot her through the fucking window or something.
If Professor Means was on the stage the entire time, then he must be the killer.
Ridiculous! The defense has become utterly incoherent.
Objection!
No, it's just the murder weapon wasn't committed where we thought it was.
Continue, Cykes Dono.
Okay, the murder was actually committed here.
Here?
Take that!
The greatest riddle of this case has been how the body was moved from the art room. But if the murder occurred on the stage, that means the body was never moved at all.
Silly girl! When the body was found, there wasn't a drop of blood on stage. Surely there would have been some blood if
oh my god, okay, so you... What, you... No, that still doesn't make sense, because she would have bled out on the floor a little bit. But then again, I guess if you put the banners down and killed her on it, yeah. There wasn't any blood on the stage, really. But there was something on stage at the time of the murder that looks like a blood stain.
Take that!
It's true, there was no blood stains on the stage floor, but there was something on the stage that did have blood stains, and that would be this, the school banner. No blood would have gotten on the floor if this were under the victim when she was killed.
Oh my, that's quite a compelling theory.
Silence!
What is it now? My theory makes perfect sense.
This was a pathetic attempt. You must put every inch of your body into your attacks. The autopsy states the cause of death was a loss of blood, yet only a trace amount was found on the banner. Where did the rest go? The burned one. Blood getting on there when the body was moved by wire makes more sense than not. Very good, Simon. Tell me, what's your first choice for higher education? I'll write you the ultimate in recommendation letters. You'll all but be guaranteed to get in.
Objection!
Bribery! Actually, Fence has something to explain that as well.
You do?
Okay, so it's the burn banner. There must have been something else the killer used to soak up the blood. All I have to do is figure out that. Okay, never mind. This is what soaked up most of the blood. Oh, the other banner. Okay.
Take that!
Why, it looks like there's some other piece of fabric on top of the school banner.
It's the Gaviniers banner that had been specifically made for the school concert. Fucking Gavin's in the background like, oh, that motherfucker. I paid a lot of money for that. Still on top of the school banner, the blood would have hit it first. It could have easily absorbed most of the blood like a dishcloth. I guess, maybe. It really depends on the fabric. But only a small amount would have soaked through the school banner below. To the school banner. It makes total sense for the school banner to only have a little blood on it.
So the banner absorbed the blood like a dishcloth. Yes, that would explain it. The Gavinier's banner was like a dishcloth? Surely it was at least a towel quality.
Fucking Gavin's going through his receipts. Like, I swear to God, I didn't do dishcloth material. What the fuck?
Simon, don't just stand there. Do something.
Silence!
Cykes, Dono, you are learning to wield the blade quite well. But how will you respond when I come slashing at you like this? The remnants of a large bloodstain was detected in the art room. But why would there be blood there if the murder occurred on stage as you claim?
Objection!
The bloodstain in the art room was faked. How? I'll tell you how. All that was needed was something that could transport the blood upstairs. And that something was a piece of evidence that we've just finished discussing. The killer used this to bring the victim's blood up to the art room. This?
Take that!
The killer could have used this to transport the victim's blood.
You don't say. Care to explain how that would be possible?
Your Honor, nothing is impossible if you put... if you put your mind... So I was wrong. Besides, all you need is...
Far-fetched arguments like that have no place in a court of law.
Well, at least it was worth a try.
No, it wasn't.
Eek! I guess it really wasn't. What's in the art room was faked. Okay. No, you don't think it's the scales, right? Sure. Yeah, sure.
Take that!
No, not that. Okay. So the murder weapon then? Or the arrow, or... It's not like we have a bucket or a fucking mop, right? I mean, it's not this, right?
Take that!
Oh, it is, okay.
To think you'd stoopers load to present mere garbage to the court.
It's only garbage because someone tried to destroy it by tossing it in the incinerator. That someone is most likely the killer seeking to get rid of crucial evidence. The killer used the wire to bring the blood-soaked Gavinier's banner to the art room. Then the blood was wiped onto the floor to complete the ruse. It makes perfect sense.
Order, this is quite a development. I think the body was never actually moved. Hold it right there, the body must have been moved. How else do you explain the loud crash you heard during the mock trial? If it wasn't caused by the body crashing into the statues, then what was it?
I hadn't thought about that. If that loud crash wasn't the body hitting the statues, then what was it indeed? The knot in the school banner shows that something was carried along the wire in it. So if that's true, then... Oh, it's the Lady Justice. Something that was in the art room before the murder and then on stage afterwards. Right, it was Lady Justice. Lady Justice!
Ah! That statue?
Yeah, I believe it's the statue that broke the other two, not Professor Court's body. The unique statue you see on the right, that's the pure white Lady Justice from earlier. Professor Court accidentally broke it while she was polishing it the day before the mock trial. but she used her own unique artistic sense and technique to repair it, as you see here. It's pretty awful. Nobody would have guessed that was originally a Lady Justice.
Silence.
Perhaps you're onto something. But why, pray tell, would anyone move that scrap heap relic in such tremendous, tedious manner? Excellent question, Simon. Keep them coming.
You know why, but the fact that you won't acknowledge it shows how twisted you really are. Lady Justice was moved during the mock trial. During that time, Professor Means was fabricating an alibi with his pre-recorded speech. If we consider these facts, Lady Justice was moved in order to,
Point us to the body? Interrupt the mock trial? Point us to the body?
so,
Point us to the body?
Professor Means used his pre-recorded speech to fake an alibi during the mock trial. He wanted to make it look like he couldn't possibly have moved the body. Moving Lady Justice was his way of pointing us to the body and cementing his alibi.
Gah! That's quite a persuasive argument. For a while there, I thought you weren't taking the trial seriously. Well done. You should never underestimate me, Athena Cykes. Professor Means always means what he says, and says what he means by all means.
Fine then. Say it already. I'm waiting.
The murder occurred the night before, but the body wasn't found until late the next day. Countless students passed the stage till they met in the lecture hall for the mock trial. So answer me this, why didn't anyone see the body that entire time?
Probably because fucking no one reports anything at this school to the police. That can be explained by,
If the victim was murdered on the stage and left there, the body would have never been discovered. And of course, there was nowhere to hide a body upon the stage.
This is not good, Athena. Our claim is this close to being beaten to a pulp.
I know, but we've come so far. Consider yourself schooled. I couldn't have possibly killed anyone. The killer is none other than Juniper Woods. It always has been and it always will be.
Just wait a minute.
Alright, sorry about that. Poor Juniper. She must seriously regret having asked you to defend her.
The unjustified means is an amazing bit of legal wisdom.
And to add insult to injury, you nearly had Hugh convicted for murder. Surely you haven't forgotten that little fiasco.
Yeah. I mean, he kind of did to himself.
Oh, Athena Cykes' attorney's badge just for show. Not only did you fail to defend your client, you also raised false charges against her friend. You have no right to call yourself a lawyer.
Ah!
I mean, people lose trials. There is no, like, perfect lawyer or prosecutor. It's just how it is.
Don't tell me I've failed once again. Failed to save someone near and dear to me. I've worked so hard to become a lawyer and even study psychology. Has it all been for naught? Am I just doomed to relive that all over again?
Oh, she blacked out. Athena, what's wrong?
Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, relax, Athena, breathe. It's not working. Everything's going dark. After all I've done, is this how it ends? Forgive me, Junie. I couldn't protect you like I said.
again! She's the one who saved me!
It was because of Athena that I could stop hiding and start living my life as a girl again. And she saved the friendship between you, Juniper, and I. I think you're an awesome lawyer, Athena, and one of the best. But I raised false charges against you. And that's not all. I've done some seriously unforgivable things.
They're just letting us all in. What's the big deal? False charges are nothing to be scared of.
I'm not even mad at you. I should really be thanking you. You use legitimate means to expose my wrongdoings and give me a chance to re-examine what's important. But what does it matter if I can't say Juniper? I mean, the whole reason I've come this far is...
It's Juniper this time?
It's not over yet, Athena. Do you want some spray paint? Even now, at this very moment, I still believe in you. Genie, I know you better than most people, apparently. But I know you never surrendered the dark age of the law like the professor did. Thank you, Junie, but I feel like I can barely breathe. I don't know what to do.
Silence.
Stop your bleeding this instant. You look an utter fool.
Prosecutor Blackwell?
There's one who awaits you, is there not? And that is the reason you have studied so hard. Are you prepared to give up on all you have worked for thus far? It would not do to have you disappoint you-know-who. Voldemort? You're wasting your time. You have nothing on me. No evidence or anything else to establish my guilt. The bright, cheery dark age of the law where the ends just what mean. You are helpless before the might of lawyers for whom the ends justify the means.
Objection!
Don't worry, Athena. You're doing fine. The truth will always win against people like him.
But Apollo, what am I supposed to do now?
Listen, all you have to do is take a deep breath and look back over the entire case. 3 hours later. Actually, more than that. If there's truth to be found, there always is, I'm sure you'll find it. And let me see you smile. Remember what Mr. Wright said. The worst of times is when lawyers have to force their biggest smile.
Thanks, everyone. You don't have to worry about me now.
The judge is just like, should I call off the case right now? Get a recess or something? What's going on?
The worst of times is when that line. Athena Cykes is psyched and ready to rock. Prepare for your utter defeat. President Cora was killed in the art room. Wasn't killed in the art room. She was killed right where her body was found. We know this because there wasn't any time to move the body there from somewhere else. That means the body had to have been hidden somewhere on stage until it was found. Oh, okay, so it was wrapped, it was hanging in the school banner then, so no one could see it. When did Professor Means remove the body from the hiding place? Let's see, what was he doing right before the body was discovered? He was using the span of time his fake alibi created to move the body to where it would be easily spotted. Hiding places during the mock trial. Right? It was during the mock trial, specifically during the speech. Professor Means moved the body to an easily seen location during his long pre-recorded speech. Professor also moved something to the stage that wasn't there before, specifically... What? The... I don't get it. Is it the speed? Is it's not the white statue. That happened. Is it the body again? No. Wait, we already had the body. Okay, my bad. It's the white statue. During the mock trial, person means wrapped the white lady's justice in the school banner, and then zipped it down the stage with a crash, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. He drew attention to the body, made it look like the murder occurred in the art room. But was there anywhere to hide the body on the stage? Doesn't seem likely. No, there had to be someplace. Wait a second. How about something that should have been finished, but... Whoa, the right statue? Ugh. Okay, so no one would expect their body hidden inside. It was the right statue. The body was hidden by Wright statue. Oh, I know. Mr. Wright statue was never actually finished. The body was just wrapped under cloth to hide what was really inside, cleverly disguising it as the boss's statue. Ms. Newman gave up on the Wright statue, yet Professor Means finished it in a single night. Yes, what an impressive feat that was.
Objection!
No, his so-called work of art deserves none of our praise. That's because it was only a facade to hide his real work. The murder of Professor Court. Come again? I'm afraid I don't follow. He hid the body by making it look like the statue of Mr. Wright. With the body wrapped under a piece of cloth, it looked just like the statue. What? I second that. What? I actually thought for a second he's gonna be like, what? Now this is getting interesting. No, this is getting preposterous. No one may speak with me. How could such a thing even be possible?
Objection!
We'll never know until we try. Uh-oh. I think I know where this is going. Okay, Apollo, time to turn me into a reasonable likeness of Mr. Wright. Come on, I'm gonna pose like a statue, like this. Now I want you to wrap me up in cloth so I look like a statue. I hate to ask the obvious, but where am I supposed to get this magical cloth? I'm afraid that isn't the right color, Mr. Justice. Well, given how sudden the request was, it's kind of the best I could do, Your Honor. All right, I think that does it. Well, what do you think, everyone? Do I look just like a statue of Mr. Justice or what? Looks like some random person to me. Weren't the statues a pair of busts? Phoenix Wright has spiky hair on the back of his head. Forget the hair. Forget the hair. The statue's head is way bigger than your average person anyways. You gotta hand it me for trying anyways. Wait, that's it. The hands. Her arms were right. Oh, so the bruises. She was bound there. The marks on her wrists indicated she'd been tied up. Apollo, tie me up in the new pose. Wait, you're not into that kind of thing, are you? What? Yes, but no. Besides, what's your idea? Just tell me how to tie your hands. Professor Kurt's wrists were tied together, and I can't help but think that's related. How should I arrange myself to match the shape I want, given her hands? Behind my head? Apollo, tie both my hands behind my head. See? This makes it possible to fake the spikes in the back of Mr. Wright's head. Sure, but then what about the statue's arms? Alright. With both hands behind your head, you can't exactly complete the pose. Yeah, that would be awfully hard to make the objection pose like this. Huh. I can't help thinking you've forgotten something, Athena. Something on the body that... Oh, the arrow. What did the victim's body have? Arrow.
Take that!
Oh, right! There was an arrow sticking out of her. Okay, Apollo, plunge that arrow into me! Wait, what are you, crazy? Fine, just get some duct tape. Alright, alright. I don't need to know other languages than know bossy when I hear it. In fact, Chronos even skipped it. Now the fatal arrow to the side. Spiky hair created with 2 hands. A masterpiece in the making. Now cover me with that cloth! But remember to make the arrow stand out, okay? Mommy! The arm's too short! Shh! Remember your inside voice, dear. Nobody's buying it. The arrow's nowhere near as long enough. But what else could you use for an arm?
Still won't give up. I commend you, if only for your spirited determination. Of course she's not giving up. After all she's putting me through, she owes me an explanation, and one that makes sense. Now, disappoint me again and the penalty will be doubly painful.
Yikes, I only get 1 health bar left anyways. I guess I better get it right this time. Think, Athena, think. Professor Court was murdered when she stopped by the stage to see Professor Means. If it wasn't premeditated, he must have used something close at hand for his little ruse. Apollo, show me all the stage setup photos again. Like this? Or like that? Right now? Okay. How can you see it through the fabric? Please be in the photo. It just has to be. I mean, I guess it has to be this, right? Oh, he didn't have this when we first saw him, right? Oh, okay. Got it. I know what he used for the arm on the statue of Mr. Wright.
That's absurd. There's no such thing in this photo.
Don't play dumb with me, Professor. I'm already doing that. It's the staff you have right there.
Staff? This is the spear of a great legal warrior.
What? Oh, did you stab her with that? Dude, whatever. Just hurry up and lend it to me. The length is perfect. They call me a size queen. Mr. Perfect, too. Also, I just fucking said that. Mr. Wright couldn't possibly object to such an awesome arm. Okay, go for it, Apollo. Okay, I'll give your arm a hand. Cloth and binding coming right up.
Objection!
That seems really inappropriate. It's Phoenix Wright. Look, it's an awesome lawyer.
That's definitely him. I know that pose anywhere. We did it, I guess, didn't we?
Well, am I not the spitting image of the legendary Phoenix Wright? The man who will bring us out of these dark ages and into an era of brilliant golden light.
Golden light? All I see before me is the pink specter of a man.
That's just because Mr. Wright likes his statue, but he's positively tickled pink. Get it, Apollo? He's tickled pink!
Ugh, that joke deserves the pink slip. It seems the gallery is quite impressed with the defense's sharp thinking, therefore not guilty, I guess. And the witness? Bah, the resemblance is more than a coincidence.
Objection!
I'm back over here now. Not so fast, Buster. Unfortunately for you, I can prove my theory to be more than mere coincidence. To prove that his spear was thrust into the victim, all I have to do is test the spear for blood. We assume the victim's jagged wounds came from the arrow being forcibly shoved in. But if the wound was from the spear instead, then we should be able to detect traces of the victim's blood on it.
Your Honor, a brief recess if you will, I forgot to clean it. By any means possible, what if I get rid of my spear? Wait, what if I burn it?
I mean, you could try melting it down, I guess. What's wrong with a non-guilty verdict? If I don't do it, if I do that, I'll be found innocent. Yes, I'm innocent, I tell you.
Objection!
Huh, surely you don't expect me to take lectures from you now. Now, I'll ask you in the gallery. Help me decide the professor's fate. Bathroom detail. Retake bar exam? Salary cut. Oh, man. Dismissal. Oh, the teeth clattering. Are you doing that weird S thing the world does? Oh. That's unfortunate. Probably hurt like a motherfucker, too. Prosecutor Blackwell, what has become of our witness, Aristotle Means? It is as Cykes donor suspected. Blood was detected on his staff. He has admitted to his heinous crime, all of it. He shall join us in the clink tomorrow. His teaching skills can be put to good use there. Great, he'll teach felons that ends justify the means. So much for rehabilitation. Can I ask what the professor's motive was? I can barely make out a word he said on account of his shattered teeth. Oh, one of Blackwell's fellow inmates was once a surgeon. Why not a former dentist, too? I eventually had to put pen to paper. It turns out Professor Means was the one taking bribes. The victim had suspected him after a report from the class's snitch. That led her to question him at length the day of the killing, right there on the stage. The result? The heinous crime that was brought before this court. The fool, like Newman, had come to know of the script's contents via the victim's notes. It seems he came up with a plan to stab the victim with his own awl in order to make the killing look like the one in the script and thus frame the defendant. But the scrap of paper with Hugh's name on it had the same marks as Professor Court's planner. Yes, about that. Those planners are bestowed upon all the students graduating at the top of their class. Really? So then... Indeed. Once upon a time, Professor Means was also awarded the same notebook. The handwriting is being analyzed now, but like as not, the scrap belonged to him. This, too, was evidence of the bribery scheme that the victim had obtained. Now that Constant Court was clean, and that Constant Court was clean, and that only Aristotle Means took the bribes. To think that professor would murder a colleague and try to pin the blame on the student. If this is the dark age of the law, then we can only hope for a brighter future, or hope that a brighter future awaits. There we go. Awapes? Awapes. Sure you don't just want to retry that, Chronos, altogether? No, fuck it. The first step is to hand down my verdict for the promising young lady. This court finds the defendant, Juniper Woods. Whoa. I'm gonna huff so much paint when I get home. I wish you all the best on your road to becoming a courtroom judge. We'll need young people like you, if we ever hope to restore the law to its former glory. Yes, Your Honor. I'll work as hard as I can. Maybe one day I'll be able to work with all you to make a difference. Proudly serve Professor Court's memory. Do not let her death be in vain. That's the last thing I expected to hear from him today. Court is adjourned. Thank you, Athena. I really mean it. It was nothing really. He just had sort of like a huge panic attack there. Blacked out for a bit. I can take the biggest tangled mess of a case and unravel it just like that. I don't know. You look pretty wound up there at the end. Literally and figuratively. I was pretty hungry for a knuckle sandwich. You're looking pretty hungry for a knuckle sandwich, Buster. I wanted to thank you too, Apollo. Don't mention it. The way you were always there for Athena when she was in a bind. And the detention center where you smiled gave me hope when there was none. Oh, God. Clean up in the defendant lobby. It was like a warm ray of sun shining down at the peaceful woodlands. I think you're an absolutely amazing person.
Yeah, thanks, Juniper. That means a lot to me. But still, there's a lot of work to do, and I can't wait until we see you on the judge's bench.
I promise I'll get there someday. That's why until that day, Guys, I got some big news. I mean, this is huge. Oh, am I interrupting something? No, it's okay, I think. So what's the big news? The school festival. It was supposed to have been canceled after what happened, but...
We just got a call. In memory of Professor Constant Court, who worked so hard to make it happen, the festival is being extended one extra day until tomorrow.
Really? All right.
Oh, cotton candy.
We've got a special treat for all of you. A love letter for Athena's Legal Academy.
That is not your voice.
Achtung, baby. It's time for the guitar serenade.
So, okay, why was it a statue of Wright, though? He wasn't in this case. You think it would be... I know Apollo's not as famous as Phoenix, but... Still... You'd think, if they're gonna have that set up, you'd want it to be Gavin and Apollo.
Wow, that was so much fun. School festivals are amazing. I think you and Robin are getting a little carried away. Your singing voice, Juniper, it can melt my H-E-A-R-T.
Mr. Wright, thank you for the training seminar. Just remember the objection pose is all about attitude. Oh, and congrats on your mock trial win. Although Robin had you for a while there.
I did, didn't I? But I was just glad we're back to how we used to be, thanks to Athena. And you know what? I think I'll stick with becoming a prosecutor after all. I'm gonna make up for my mock trial loss by winning the real deals in court.
Mock trial loss? What loss? Wait, did they reprise the trial and you won? Oh, is he gonna confess?
So, does this mean it's really gonna happen?
Juniper,
there's something I've been wanting to say to you. Huh? Ooh! Oh, is he gonna do what I think he's gonna do? Juniper, can we still be friends? You know, best friends like we always been. Huh? Best friends? Weren't you gonna confess your love for Juniper if you won the mock trial?
No, I was gonna confess that I'm not a genius and that I'm really 25 years old. And you already dragged that out of me during the trial.
Oops. Listen, you too, Robin, Miriam.
I didn't know I was here.
You're gonna get this tactical espionage action stuff down to its science. I've been thinking. It's up to us to put an end to the dark-aided law if we can. Let's all work together to usher in a new age where winning only results in the truth, and the end justifies and the end never justifies the means. Count me in.
I wouldn't have it any other way. Best friends forever, huh? No matter what anyone says, nothing beats true friendship. Is friendship actually magic?
You bet. What about your BAFF, Apollo?
Aren't you a bit old to be using that word? But yeah, he's the best friend a guy could ever have. Which reminds me, we're supposed to meet up and gossip about the new girl in the office.
Hey, no talking about me behind my back.
Oh, okay. I thought he meant like whoever this other person's guy, the work office is.
What kind of guy is he anyways?
Well, if I had to describe him in one word.
And so, after some slight arm twisting, Apollo promised to bring me to meet his friend. Unfortunately, that promise was never meant to be fulfilled. For not long after, their friendship was mercilessly severed by fate. And the bonds between us began to fray and unravel as well. Sorry, but I'll be taking a leave of absence. Even now, those words continue to ring in my ears. The discord in our ever cheerful Apollo's voice made him sound so cold, and distant, and edgy. Why, Apollo? Why? Why would you leave us all behind? Are we gonna get to that finally? The end. Credits just start rolling like, wait a minute. Save. All right, cool. That is it for this episode. Thank you for watching. That was a fairly long case. Maybe it just felt wrong because I kept fucking up in a lot of different places. I've been fucking up a lot in this game. Compared to the last few games, I think I'm doing way worse in this game for some reason. But whatever. It is what it is. See y'all next time. Bye.